Hello. Today is day 4 of my 14-day water fast. Doing well. Um, my husband was really hurting last night. His stomach was really grumbling, and he felt really weak and like he didn't have any strength, and he would just wanted to collapse. I didn't feel that way. I had the hunger, which is normal, but I didn't feel like I was on the verge of collapse. So I was happy about that. I have not taken any supplements today, but yesterday I started drinking salt water to help with my sodium intake since I'm not eating food. I'm not getting any sodium right now. And I'm drinking sodium, basically salt water, again today. My bottle is 24 ounces, and honestly, I did not measure how much salt went in there. I just kind of eyeballed it and hoped I didn't get too much. And it's not overly salty. Definitely can taste the salt in it, but I don't feel like I'm drinking like water off of a salt lick or anything like that. So I don't think I've got too much sodium in there. The hazard of too much sodium would be explosive diarrhea. So fingers crossed, I haven't crossed that threshold. I guess we'll find out. Um, let's see what else. I've been feeling pretty good. This morning, my husband broke his fast. He had a little bit of food, and he's eaten a little bit more throughout the day today. He was just really hurting this morning, like he was, gonna faint. And again, he's a tall guy, and he's got a relatively lean build anyway. So a good it was about 3.5 days this morning. By the time we got out of bed, that's probably quite a lot for someone who has a relatively lean frame. I have a lot on me, so maybe that's helping me be able to go longer. I don't know. But yeah, I felt bad for him this morning because and I feel glad for me that I'm not experiencing those kind of symptoms. I've had a little bit of hunger today. Definitely better than the first couple days. It still comes and goes, as it probably will every day. But, it's man, yesterday I've got some granola bars and what is it? Oh, looks like we put them up. Some granola bars and some fruit by the foot for the kids, or fruit roll-ups, I guess. And I was really eyeballing those boxes heavy yesterday. Not that I was overly hungry. I know that I like to eat, and I know what those taste like because the day before I started the fast, I went through like half a box of each. It's kind of how I got here. But so I was really looking at those a lot yesterday, and it's hard. It's a struggle every day. Like I mentioned yesterday, I'm glad that the kids aren't here right now, so I don't have to worry about feeding them and getting them their food put together, things like that. I weighed myself this morning at 252. That's a 4-pound drop from yesterday, and a total of 10 pounds altogether. Again, today is day 4. So when I weighed myself, it was about 3.5 days, if you want to get technical about it. So 3 pounds, or 10 pounds in 3.5 days. It's pretty good. That's decent. I've got a little bit of what they call face gains, meaning my face just looks a little thinner. So got that going for me. I still want to get rid of all of this lovely stuff. But all in all, I think it's doing okay. Yeah, oh, one other thing, man. I'm on a lot of fasting forums, and maybe a little TMI, but for ladies, a lot of times during, Shark Week, that time of the month, a lot of people just can't fast because hormones are going crazy. It's sending different hormonal messages throughout your body, and we, in general, this is not going to be for every woman, but in general, we want to eat during that time, and it could be just comfort food, or it could be just the hormones signaling through your body. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I wasn't paying attention to the calendar, and it turns out I started this fast like 2 days before it was my Shark Week. So I was thinking, man, why is this so friggin' hard? And then it occurred to me, all right, well, if that's what it is, then I probably have a lot more signaling happening during this time of the month than I would had I started it on another day. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't pay attention to the calendar in that matter, because I make a lot of excuses to myself and for myself. And if I had known that it was coming up, I probably would have been like, oh, maybe I'll push it off by a couple days and I'll try next week or whatever. And that's just ridiculous. So I'm glad that I started when I did. And I have heard for some women that it actually helps reduce cramping. So there is that. Maybe if you're a lady looking to reduce cramps, try fasting. I'm telling you, it's a pain in the ass though. Some people say, oh, it's so easy. I just breezed through 5 days like it was nothing. I call BS. There's got to be at least a little bit of strenuous times during those 5 days or what have you. It does get easier though, I will say that. I haven't been thinking about food quite as much today. I've been out and about, I've been shopping, drinking my salt water, which kind of makes me feel like I'm eating a little bit because it is so salty. It gives me that kind of a nice feel. But really I'm just trying to stave off, headaches and muscle cramps and things of that nature. So I'm just trying to stay busy, doing some training with the dog. I'm rereading that Jason Fung Obesity Code book. It's dry, don't get me wrong. It's very medical, but it's interesting. It's got a lot of interesting facts. So I'm going to reread that and read my fasting forums and just try to stay busy. So I hope y'all are having a good day, and I will check in with you again tomorrow.